Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome. So today I'm going to be talking about the college interview process and more specifically, the Barnard college interview process. So for full transparency, I actually did not interview with Barnard and I've actually never done a college interview, which is a little bit weird, I guess, but yeah, I just never have. And Diana also never did a Barnard interview. So instead, what I did was I pulled my friends from Barnard who did do Barnard College interviews, and I asked them specifically what kind of questions they were asked. And I also am going to be referencing the Barnard website that Barnard puts out for how to prepare for their interview, which I can link in the description, which was actually really helpful. So yeah, without further ado, please subscribe. Please like the video if you like it. And yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so the first order of business is who will actually be interviewing you. And that is either going to be a recruiter, a senior interviewer, meaning a member of the senior class at Barnard, or an alumna. So those are the three different kind of people you can get for your interview. The first major important thing is you want to tailor your interview to the college that you're interviewing at. So you don't want your answers in the interview so what I mean by that is do your research and look at some specific aspects of whatever college you're interviewing at that you find appealing and then reference them. Because you want your interviewer to, when they're writing down notes about you, you want them to be like, wow, this person is super informed. They definitely did their homework. They seem super passionate about XYZ. And I think that another good tip is to hone in on something that the college that you're interviewing at has that no other colleges have. So find what's unique about that school that really draws you to it and then kind of highlight that and try to be sincere about it too. I feel like sometimes, it's better to be sincere about things than to come off as really insincere about your passion. And then the third tip I would have in your back pocket is to make sure that you have questions for the interviewer. And then another tip is try to make the interview more of a conversation. Try not to make it so interviewee, which is like a super annoying tip because it's obviously an interview and there is a sort of power dynamic, but really just try to make your interview as natural as possible. Try to imagine that you're just having a conversation with someone because that will always read a little bit better than a sort of jilted back and forth. And I do think you should feel free to ask questions to your interviewer throughout the interview. Don't wait for them explicitly to say, do you have any questions for me? I don't know if this is really true. This is just kind of personal experience from interviews, but I feel like my best outcomes have come from interviews where I felt like I was having a real conversation with someone. Okay, now for some more specific questions that you might be asked. I think you should be prepared for no matter what school you're interviewing at, they're going to ask you why this school. So for Barnard, why Barnard? And of course with Barnard, it's an all-women's college, so you can pretty much anticipate that they'll ask you, why are you interested in a women's college? Something along those lines, so be prepared for that. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you guys the specific questions that my friends told me that they were asked in the Barnard interview. So this is straight from the horse's mouth. I hope this is really helpful. These are some actual things that they had to answer in their Barnard college interview. So let's get into those. So this one isn't necessarily a question, but one of my friends was an architecture student and she was asked to share her portfolio and kind of talk about her portfolio to the interviewer. So if you're going to be an art student or photography or something like that, then you should have your portfolio on you either in a digital form or physical form and be prepared to kind of just talk through that portfolio with your interviewer. All right, the next one of my friends was asked was, what will you add to the community, or what would you add to our community? So something specific to you, something personal that you feel would make you a good fit for the community, or how would you contribute positively to the community of Barnard College? Okay, one of my friends was asked about her hobbies, which is an interesting one. I actually didn't see that coming. So talk about your hobbies, your extracurricular affairs outside of academia, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so next are questions about classes. I got a couple different responses relating to classes. So one of the questions one of my friends was asked was, if you could teach a class, what would it be and why? Which is an interesting one. And then another one is, what classes are you looking forward to taking, you know, at Barnard? If you were to be admitted, what are some classes that you're interested in? Next one of my friends was asked is, what does a women's college mean to you? And she was also asked, what does it mean to be a leader? Are you a leader? How are you a leader? Etc. Okay, and then from the website that I referenced in the beginning of this video, the Barnard College, what they put out, some of the things they include are tell your interviewer about your high school experience. So was it positive? Was it negative? Blah, blah, blah. The last one I'll be talking about is also from the Barnard website. It is, how would your family and friends describe you? Which I always find this kind of question pretty awkward, because it's just like you're tooting your own horn, because you're not going to be like, they describe me as impatient and short-tempered. Like, obviously not. But yeah, just be ready for that one. And that's it for this video. Pretty short and simple. I hope this was really helpful. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. Also DM us on Instagram at MJDandNYC. We answer all of our DMs. And also, please keep the video requests coming. It's really, really helpful. This video was definitely requested by several people, and it just took me a century and a half to film it, but better late than never, so enjoy. And yeah, please subscribe if you like our videos. Like the video, like it even if you didn't like it, you know, the whole 9 yards. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye bye.